And welcome to the Central Dauphin School District Cyber Academy. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the basic features of Canvas. Canvas is the learning platform that you're going to be using for your classes and schoolwork. On Canvas, you can see your courses, class assignments, grades, announcements, and send emails. This video will be divided into topics so you can skip ahead if you like. Look below for timestamps of the different topics. So let's get started. Let's start with logging in. To log into Canvas, navigate to the Central Dauphin School District website. In the upper right-hand corner, you will see a tab for students. Click on the Students tab. Scroll a little bit down on the left-hand side and you'll see the word Canvas. Click on Canvas. It will ask you to log in with your school email and password. Click Sign In. This now takes you into your dashboard. So let's take some time to talk about the dashboard in Canvas. On your dashboard, you can see that all of the classes that you are enrolled in, they are laid out in what are called tiles. You can move the tiles by clicking and dragging them to another spot. You can also change the color and nickname of your tile by simply clicking on the three little dots in the upper right-hand corner of any one of the tiles. This can be useful for organizing your classes. I would recommend putting them in the order that you have your live sessions. Also on your dashboard, you can check your current grades for each class. To do this, scroll down to the bottom and look on the right-hand side. All the way at the bottom, you will see a View Grades button. This will open all of your classes that you're currently enrolled in, along with the current grades for those classes. I'm not enrolled in any classes where I'm actually receiving a grade, so mine I'll say no grade, but yours would have the name of the actual class and the current grade. Also, along the right-hand side, you will see a to-do list. While this may seem helpful, we do not recommend relying on the to-do list for all of your assignments. I'll explain this later on in the video. On the left-hand side of your dashboard, you have a few other controls. One thing we recommend is changing your notifications. To change your notifications, click on the account button. Yours might just look like a little gray person figure. When you click on account, you're going to first go to settings. Under settings, this is where you can change your little picture if you would like to change it to something other than just the gray person. On the right-hand side, you can see that you have the option of adding another contact method. Here you can add a phone number for either yourself, your parents, or both to receive text message notifications from your teachers. These cell phone numbers are not recorded to the teacher. They are private only to you, but they will allow you to see the notifications that normally would only come across on an email. So if you're someone that's constantly checking your phone, this might be helpful in order to receive those notifications, announcements from your teachers. Enter your cell phone number, select your carrier, and then register SMS. To set the notifications to be pushed out through your cell phone number, you now need to go to the tab, still under Account, go to Notifications. Under Notifications, you will see a column. Everyone by default has the email column. If you added a cell phone number, you should now see a column that says push notifications. You can choose to turn the little bell on to notify immediately, which will change it to green. You can turn it off, which will have a little bell with a line through it. You can choose to have the notification sent to you at a certain time each day or week. We ask that everyone turn on email notification announcements. All announcements should have the green bell for email announcements. If you added a cell phone, under announcement is where you should also change that to notify immediately, to change that also to a green bell. This way you will receive those announcements from your teachers immediately on your cell phone with a text message. Understand that announcements are one main way that teachers will be communicating with you, so it's really important that you have some way to look at those announcements and notifications each day and immediately when they are sent out. You can then choose to turn other aspects of the notifications on or off. If you would like to get notified when a due date is passed or when an assignment has been graded, you can choose to receive that through email or by text message. Now let's go back to the dashboard. From your dashboard, this is where you will see all of the classes in tile format for the courses that you're currently enrolled in. Let's go ahead and open up one of your classes. When you open up a class, you'll be taken right into the class homepage. At the top of every class, you'll see a banner that says Central Dauphin School District. On that banner, there is a question mark that says Canvas Help. Within the Canvas Help area, you can find important information like setting up those notifications like I talked to you about. But for parents, they can set up an observer account to be able to observe their students' Canvas pages and be able to see assignments, due dates, and grades for each one of those classes. There's also some other important information in here about submitting assignments, posting discussions, taking a quiz, and some helpful videos down at the bottom. I'm going to go through some of these topics with you, but remember, you can always go to the help button and find more specific or more detailed information on how to do some of these things. So again, going back to the homepage, every class homepage will be set up kind of the same with these buttons, starting with your weekly agenda, which I'm going to go to in a minute. Because you're taking classes virtually through our Cyber Academy, you will have a button that will take you into the Zoom link for each one of those teachers. Every teacher has a different Zoom link, so make sure you're going into each teacher's Canvas page and clicking on their Zoom button. And also class information. Now this is my class information page. Not all teachers' class information will be the same, but in mine I have the schedule for whether it's 7th grade or 8th grade. There's also how to contact your teacher using email, which I will go over with you in a moment as well, my grading policy, and other course information. So back on the home page, we also have on the left-hand side, you have a grades button. So when you go into the grades tab, this is how you can check your grades for each individual class. Click on the grades tab and it's going to pull up an itemized list of all of your current assignments for that marking period, as well as any missing work and the overall grade. Now this is my test student. This is not a real student's grade report. And you can see that my test student isn't doing very well. My test student currently, if you go all the way to the bottom, only has an 18%. And you can see within the grade report, all of the red missing words show the assignments that are missing. If there's something that is also could be missing are assignments that don't have a grade. Maybe this is an assignment the student did not yet turn in. And graded assignments, you of course will also have grades listed there. If there is a assignment that the teacher graded and left a comment on the assignment, you will also be able to see that in the grade report. As you can see that there is one assignment here, and you can see here that the teacher left the feedback of did not follow instructions. To open up any of these missing assignments, this is an easy way to get into the assignments and see which assignments are missing. So go to any of the assignments that have the red missing word, click on the blue link, and click at the top. This just shows you that there was no submission for the assignment. To actually open the assignment, you need to click on the blue link at the top in order to open up the actual assignment itself. So let's go back to our homepage for this course. Again, that's your grades. Announcements. Again, this is going to be important for when a teacher sends out an announcement. This is where one place where you can check those announcements, but this is what I was mentioning earlier in the video, that if there is an announcement that the teacher wants to send out, they will send it out as an announcement and it will come through on your email. And if you put in a cell phone number, it will come across as a text message. Google Drive and Office 365 probably won't be used much by you, but you will have to link your Google Drive the first time you submit an assignment from your Google Drive, and I'll show you that in a minute as well. Let's take a look at the agenda. So the agenda is going to be one of the most important things that you're going to use for each course. The agenda is what we ask you to use in place of the to-do list. On each Canvas course homepage, you will see your to-do list on the right-hand side. We ask that you don't rely on this as a main way to see what assignments you have done and not done. The main reason for this is because sometimes there are things that the teacher may ask you to do that are not necessarily listed as an assignment, like read a paper or read a chapter in a book. Maybe those are not actually graded assignments that require something to be submitted, but they are things that you'll have to do for the course. The second reason is because when a teacher goes through and looks at assignments, not necessarily graded, but marks them as missing, you will receive a little check mark showing that that assignment was completed. It really wasn't completed. It just means it was checked by the teacher, not necessarily completed by you. So we ask that you go into the weekly agenda instead. Go to the current week and take a look at each day to see what assignments you have, what's going on for that day, and to get a better understanding of what you need to do. So you should be able to look at your course assignments, course objectives, any lesson activities, and see what exactly is happening for the class for that day. Each assignment will usually be linked right into the agenda. So if you click on any one of the links, so as far as the assignments go, when you click on those links from the agenda, it should take you into the assignment page and you can follow the instructions from there. So let's talk about opening and submitting assignments. Again, you can click on the links that are directly in the agendas to open the assignments. Depending on how the assignment is set up, it may be submitted differently. There's no one way to submit an assignment, but understand that every assignment will be submitted in some way on Canvas. Unless told otherwise, you should never email your assignments to the teacher as your only submission. There are occasions where the teacher may say, go ahead and email it to me because there's a technical difficulty or for some other circumstance, but every assignment that you will be submitting in our Cyber Academy will have some sort of submission in Canvas. So some of them, I will show you a few examples, but not all of them are going to be done the same way. And I can't show you all of them because some I don't have access to as a teacher. They look different for a student. So this one, for example, is in a program called Teacher Made. You'll see that there is instructions here on how to open the assignment just by clicking on the link. You'll open the assignment, complete it as instructed. And then again, this doesn't look the same for me because I'm in the teacher side of it, but you'll have a button up here that says turn it in, or I think it says I'm done. So that might be one way that you'll see an assignment. Here's another way that you might have to submit assignments, and that's by uploading something, whether it's a screenshot or a file. So in this example, I have my students take a screenshot of their completed map. I do include a video for each one of these assignments to remind students on how to take a screenshot. And at the top, you'll see a button that says Start Assignment. When you click on Start Assignment, you will have the option to upload a file. And this is where you would then choose to upload your screenshot. And once you upload that file, you would then hit Assignment. Sometimes you might be asked to put in a text entry. Like there are some times where the assignment is on another program and I just want the students to let me know that they finished. So I might just ask them to type the word done and then hit Submit Assignment. As soon as you hit Submit Assignment, you should see some confetti rain down to let you know that you've completed it and that that assignment is done. Here's another example of how you might turn in an assignment. In this assignment, you click on the button to open up a Google slide that has to be completed. And again, I don't have it on my screen because I'm in the teacher view, but as soon as you open up the Google slide or the Google Doc, it's going to allow you to type in there. It makes a copy just for you. You do not need to make a copy of this. And there would be a submit button right in the upper right-hand corner. So again, my view is a little different since I'm on the teacher side, but you should see a submit button in the upper right corner in this particular view. So here's another way that assignments might show up for you. It is in something called a Google assignment. So if you see an assignment that looks like this, you just go ahead and click on Open Assignment. And when you open the assignment, you're going to click on the link that has your name attached to it and open up the assignment and complete it just like you would any other Google Doc. So follow the instructions on the Google Doc, do what it asks you to do. It will, anytime you start typing, it will save automatically. And then you can just close out of it. When you close out of it, it takes you back into Google or go back into Canvas, and you can just hit the Submit button. It shows you that this is your one attachment, submitted this assignment, and you just hit Submit. And then it goes through the whole process of submitting it for you right into Canvas, and there's nothing else you need to do. One other thing I wanted to mention was when you start submitting assignments in Canvas that are tied to your Google Drive, such as the one I just showed you using a Google Doc, it might ask you to authorize your Google Drive. So you may see a screen that looks like this. Just simply click on the Authorize button in the lower left-hand corner to authorize your Google Drive. Also, to check that your Google Drive is authorized in Canvas, you can go back into your account setting and go to Settings, and you should see a registered service as your Google Drive, and that way you're sure that your Google Drive is linked to your Canvas account. And the last thing I'm going to show you is how to send an email right from Canvas. On the left-hand side, you will see an inbox. When you click on the inbox, you have the ability to compose an email, and you can click on the little pencil at the top of your screen, select your course. They're all going to be listed. All of your courses will be listed in favorite courses. So you can just select which course you want to send it to, for which teacher. And if you start typing the teacher's name, it should appear there as their whole name, and you can just click on the teacher's name. Make sure you type in a subject in the subject line. This is not where you type the entire message. This is just the title of your email. The main body of your email goes down below. So this is where you would type your email here. And then just hit send. So I hope this gives you a basic understanding of Canvas, how to navigate Canvas, look at your agendas, look at your assignments, and submit your assignments. If you have any questions specifically about a course or an assignment, please reach out to your teachers. They are more than willing to help you, get you through whatever questions that you have. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.